Usually when two people are together for a long time, things seem to change. It's been said that nothing good lasts forever, but this love gets better every day. We get all excited inside every time that we get along. He's still got love in his eyes, and I still got love in my soul. Still feels like the first time we met. Then I kissed and I told you I loved you.
Hello. What's up, you guys? This is another beautiful Monday. This is your girl Cha-Cha.
Yep, Big T.
Renee Peoples.
And Bobby Peoples.
And this is the Green Radio Talk Show. We do this every first Monday. This is the second Monday because we had a lot we was doing last Monday. So we are in the building with the peoples. Yes.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. I love you guys. Y'all exciting. Y'all make me laugh. Y'all remind me of me and him. Okay. I promise y'all do. So today's topic, you guys, is once married, what it takes to stay married, you guys. So it's gonna be a really good topic.
It should.
Yeah. So how long y'all been married?
It'll be 15 years in July.
15 years and together 17. Right?
So yes.
Exactly. So and then June the 19th next week, we'll be married 36 years together, 39 years.
Next Monday.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So this is kind of fun. We won't, we're gonna bring another couple next week for our anniversary. We should have saved y'all for our anniversary. That was a good part right there. So what's y'all take on once you get married? What it takes to stay married? I mean,
that's a loaded question.
Right.
But we do that too. We go, woo.
Yeah.
Because we ask this question a lot of times to friends of ours, and one of the things that I personally think will keep our marriage strong, or how it is that we're friends first.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, there's nothing to hide.
Right. Yeah. Because
when you're a friend, you can talk to your friend about anything
and everything. Even if it's personal.
Right, exactly.
We talk about a lot of stuff.
Right.
Stuff you wouldn't think that we would talk about, we talk about.
Exactly. So we get in trouble for that too, but
He always be like, babe, I know sometimes just some things I just don't need to know.
Well, you're my friend, you know.
You gotta have to understand it. And that's exactly how we are. Like, we are very truthful to each other, very honest. Yeah. Like, we don't sugarcoat nothing. We keep it true. Like, he's not the most handsome man in the world, and I'm not the most beautiful woman in the world. But to me, he's the most handsome man in the world. But I'm not gonna make him think that there's nobody out there that,
Yeah, well,
I'm gonna be honest with him.
I'm Renee too. I tell you, I'm it. This is it.
Right. Yeah.
There's no other than me. That's
right. That's him. That's how he talk.
One of the biggest things also is have a tremendous amount of trust for this person, and being honest and trustworthy toward each other is the biggest thing that you can do in a relationship. Mm-hmm. But friendship definitely is number one.
Yeah. Definitely keeping that communication open.
Mm-hmm. Communication is key to any good relationship.
Yes, and sometimes men have a tendency, this one, of shutting down when he's going through something.
That's me.
And so he shuts me out, and I'll be like, I'm here. Like, what's going on with you? Oh, nothing. I'm good. I know when something's wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I had to learn to back up and give him that space, and then
he'll come back when you feel like he's a little better.
Right, when he's ready to talk.
I beg him to do that, but he doesn't. He does. What's wrong? I'll be like, shut up. Make it work.
Over the years, I have.
Yeah, you have.
I have done that. Yeah, I just was wanting to help so much, and you just getting on nerves and make it worse.
Back up.
So sometimes you need to just reflect on yourself, because nothing outward. You have something internally that you have to just process and just get out your system.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can be the better person to you.
Yeah, exactly.
But we keep asking what's going on. It's like
It starts
you're aggravated. Like I wasn't nothing wrong. So you kept asking.
But it's kind of mixed signals because sometimes you feel like, as a person on the outside, I know you probably do too. It's like, did I do something to you? Like, are you mad at me? Or like, because that's how it comes across.
Right.
So, you know.
And then I'll be wanting her to get it out, and I'm thinking it's me.
Yeah,
and,
right.
And I think she won't tell me, so I'm like, oh, I know it's me now. So.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, the communication is key. I tell you, being married so long, we have had this question asked us a lot. You know, how you do this, how you do that, how you do. And we always started off, even when we was married about 17 years, when we got asked this, and it's the same thing: communication, loyalty, and honesty. And honesty is like the 3 key words or 3 key things in a relationship. Then somebody asked me here recently, now that we're a little bit older and everything, like, how did you? And I said, you know what? Be honest with you. A whole lot of that is true, and it does have to be in a relationship. But the biggest thing is just being blessed to have somebody that has the same morals and ideas you have.
Yeah.
Because you can be as good as you want to be. If that other person's not that way, stuff's never going to work.
Yeah,
You got to have 2 people about on the same accord with the same morals and values, same thought process and everything that you're going to work together to succeed in this life.
Yeah, I agree with that. I wholeheartedly agree with that. But also, I think each person has to have their own individuality.
Yeah.
Have to let you be who you are.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
I agree with that.
Oh, that's big time. Because, you know, Cha-Cha be partying. I just let her go because I trust her.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because
there's
no
trust right there.
Yeah, you don't.
It'd be an issue.
That's the thing. Some people feel like, you know, I gotta control their every move. No, you can't drink that much. Or, no, you can't smoke. Or no, you can't do this. Or no, you can't do that. And then it becomes a dictatorship. It's like, are you my spouse? Are you my parent? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me be me. And I think that's where in a lot of past relationships, you know, that it messed up on that part. Because one, I don't like to know what to do.
Right.
And then, and then when you try to control me, I'm gonna push back. So, you know, that's a problem. And with him, it was never that. It was always, okay, if that's what you want to do, all right, well, then, go right on ahead. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I'll be like,
as long as you keep the respect.
Sometimes, you know, for your own good, you try to give advice.
Yeah.
You know, and it might come out like you're trying to, you know, control. But in the long run, I'll be like, all right.
right.
Okay. So go ahead and do you. Just be careful.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit how y'all guys met. Y'all told me before, but I'd like for everybody to hear it on the ring.
What'd you say?
Tell your story so I can tell it.
No, I want to hear your story. Because my truth is always going to be my truth. She stalked me.
See, okay, go ahead and tell your story.
No, she stalked me because we met in Atlanta, and I was making movies and stuff. They had my own company, and she was working for another guy who she was a concubine to.
First of all, okay, keep going. I ain't gonna cut you off. Go ahead.
So she would work with this guy. The guy wanted to hire me to, you know, help him on his project. So she would email me and communicate. I didn't know who she was at the time. So,
and I didn't know who you
were.
Right.
So we kind of
just a little bit. There you go. Just having your face on camera.
So we had to. So what happened? A mutual friend was working on a project that she was co-directing with, and I was the camera operator. But she already knew who I was. And she was stalking
at that time.
Because she was stalking me. She already knew everything about me. I was like, all right, whatever. I was with somebody else at the time. I didn't really like her though, but I was with her. My kids don't like her.
Right.
Yeah. So we was on set. And she said, hey, you know, I want to audition for one of your movies. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, we on set now. Just let this be your audition. And she did great. I mean, she was great. But I also needed a babysitter at the time too. I was like, so hey, you good with kids, aren't you? She said, yeah. I said, do you mind watching my 2 boys at the time? Because I had custody of my twin sons. So she would watch them about a couple months. So we started dating, and I was with someone, and I broke up with her. I called her age. She gone.
I mean, literally, she wasn't even out the driveway yet. And he was like, all right, you see it, but she gone. And I was like, okay, but okay, let me.
So that's the real story.
That's his story. True, I was working for somebody else. I was not a concubine. I was his assistant, and that's how we did. You know, we started interacting via email, right? And then my friend, who's a mutual friend of ours, who actually introduced us, she did one of his projects, and I went to a premiere.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, this this is pretty cool. And in Atlanta, the indie scene, the filmmaking scene wasn't real big at the time.
Right.
And I didn't think I was full figured. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to be in no movies. But then when I went to see the movie, I seen people on the screen that looked like me.
Right.
And I was like, oh wow,
You
well
do
maybe
that.
I can audition because I was always in theater, you know.
Right.
So that was my background. And so that's when again we had linked up with the play. And then from that point on, once I auditioned for the play, they called me back. Him and his friend that he was working with at the time had called me back for another audition to be in their movie.
Hold up, go back to it because she came to the movie premiere. She was the first one to arrive.
I was on time.
She's never on time for nothing else. So I told her she was stalking me.
I was on time. I was there on time. And I was like, oh hey, I introduced myself or whatever. Because people knew who he was and I wanted to know too, but it wasn't on nothing else. Anyway, so that's how we actually met. So we met on set. And then I became his babysitter, which is true. I helped him with his boys. And then I started helping him with the production.
Right.
So I was his assistant, and then we started dating.
Okay.
And then it went from there.
Okay. 17 years later.
17 years later.
And then y'all have children together too.
We have one son together.
One son together, and we're a blended family. We have 7 children.
Okay. So you had children before too.
One. He bought the rest of them.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had 5 with me.
He had 5. Then I had 1, and then we had our youngest son will be 13 next month.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Memory serves me correctly. I think Tasha was.
I know it's always this black memory.
He is really lying. He begged my baby brother to tell him to go with.
What?
Yeah.
I did what? It's so long ago.
Oh, now you don't remember. You remember the
I
story part.
remember like it was yesterday. Knocked the hell out of me.
How long did y'all date before you actually got married?
2 years.
Okay.
2 years. 3. That's right, 3. So actually, we started dating June the 19th, and then we got married June the 19th. So we got married the day we started dating.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, qualified, start dating. I'm quite sure y'all were talking in communication before the 19th.
I don't know if you want to call it dating because we was really kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
we
So
was kids.
we was just
hanging
hanging out.
Call it, but it just it's like you said, friendship.
Yeah.
It's
We
like
used
a
to
bunch
be
of
the
kids
ones hanging out, and me and
And
him
then
always
everybody's
in the back.
talking, and then we would lag back from everybody and just start talking. And it's funny, I was drawn to her because of the way she looked, but we had great conversation.
Okay.
We just at a young age.
He didn't even know I was 14.
No, I did not know. I thought she was at least 15.
Mhm.
At least 15, I thought,
On my 15th birthday, he said, "Oh, you 16 today?" I just said,
Yeah, I said, just
I'm
we
15.
16. She said, I'm 15. I said, excuse me.
It was
ask
when
my
I'm
mama.
18.
I didn't even know her mama. I didn't meet her parents yet. I went right down there, knocked on the door. Excuse me.
How is she?
How is she? She 15 today. I was like, oh,
Wow.
It was too late. He was looking.
Right.
He said, well, she been
she's 15 now.
Too late. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that
but
was crazy.
we got married. So we got married June the 19th. 3 years later, and I was 17. My mother had to sign for us to get married.
Oh, wow.
So I was underage.
Wow.
Because her birthday is the next month.
July.
It's July 19th.
Oh.
And we was going to get married anyway.
Mhm.
But we wanted to get married on that day. Because they knew we was going to get married anyway.
Okay.
So they just went ahead and did it. And, back then, everybody in the old neighborhood would remember her daddy was not nothing to be played with. So for him to do that, I was like, wow, he must really trust me.
For sure.
He
Yeah.
knew.
Baby girl.
He knew.
He had to do.
36 to 39 years later.
Right.
And I tell you, it ain't been easy. Marriage is not easy. And by all means, we don't want nobody to think marriage is easy. It is a hard task. But when you love someone, you're gonna conquer all things.
Yeah, because see, what a whole lot of things, I don't know what everybody's been through, but, people's going to try to come between your marriage, so-called friends and associates and just different things they're going to try to come and do stuff to you or try to make something out of what thing or try to come on to you. You'll be surprised your best friends ain't your best friend.
We only had one issue that I can remember that someone did that. And it was somebody that we was helping out, who lived with us. But we both had people live with us. And this, I guess, for whatever reason, she had said something on Facebook, and it kind of got under Renee's skin.
No, I put out there.
Okay.
I had a dream, and a lot of times my dreams it comes to warn me of things.
Okay.
And I dreamed about a pink snake.
Mm.
I've never seen, never heard of, never dreamed about a pink snake before.
Right.
And in my dream, the snake bit me.
Mm.
And I was like, and it stuck with me the whole day. So I put it on Facebook to see if anybody ever had anything like that. You know, and by being pink, to me, it represented female.
Right.
And it bit me, so it was there to harm me.
Right.
So I was like, I don't know who it is in my circle. So she got offended, and she said something on my post.
Oh, wow.
She was staying with us.
She was staying with us. She said something on my post. So what they say, a hit dog gonna holler. So when I posted that, she said something, and I never in a million years I would have thought it was her.
Right.
She was staying with us, and she was a friend of a friend.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So she was living in her car. Was like, you're young, you don't need to be living in your car, whatever. So come on, stay with us until you get on your feet. Well, at that point, when she said something, I was like, hold on. So I sent it to Bobby to let him see what she said, and he was like, well, what is she talking about? So I sent her a message and was like, hey, do we need to talk? Like, what's going on? And then Bobby can take it from there.
Yeah, so she tried to come to my. I was working in an adult novelty store, managing. So she came to my job and was trying to tell me that Renee was cheating on. She was trying to do all this stuff, and I guess she thought that I was going to be, surprised or whatever. I told her, I said, "Well, my wife trusted you enough to tell you something like that, and you betray her, then you got a good friend."
Right.
And that just totally blew her head away.
Because
you know what I'm saying? Because
she was expecting you to blow up.
Right. So when that happened, she just she didn't know what to do.
Right.
You know, she thought she was going to throw the plug. I'm like, well, how strong am I? Was way stronger than that.
Right.
If my wife ever did something like that, and she confided in someone to tell you that, she trusts you as a person.
And
so for you to come back to
whip behind her.
Right, to whip it out. Now, even though it was something that could have hurt me,
right.
I looked at it from a friendship like you literally just hurt my wife. So I have a respect for you.
Right.
Forget what you were trying to tell me.
Right.
I didn't respect you as a person.
Right.
So that's the only issue that we ever had on the whole 17 years that we've been together. Because the way I look at it, can't nobody come tell me about my wife.
Right.
And can't nobody tell her about me.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, she know what I do. I know what she does. You know what I'm saying? We've done stuff together. So it's just how that goes.
And for the record, she was lying. She lied on me. And I didn't even know her well enough to tell her my deepest, darkest secret.
Exactly.
That's a deep, dark secret. Why would I tell you?
Right.
And so she lied on me. And when I confronted her about it, she got all bent out of shape. And I had to tell her, by the time I get home, you need to be gone.
Exactly.
Out of my house. And at that point, she was gone. But that was to me, we couldn't believe that we actually had to go through that with somebody who we were helping, one, and two, we really didn't know
We've
that.
been through a lot ourselves.
Yeah.
I'd say we probably been through a whole lot more because we started so young. And then we had young friends, real young, and everybody started changing up when they got older.
Yeah.
It was jealousy coming in. I had got a good job. And some of them still at home with their moms. We had the first one with the apartment, first one with the cars, stuff like that. And I just believe, if you have a problem with us, it has to be jealousy because it's nothing we did to them.
Yeah.
So, it's just, we just went through a series of different times of different things, in your 20s and in your 30s,
But that's where the trust, the communication, the honesty, all that comes in.
Yeah.
You got to be able to trust each other, because it's like I said, it's not easy. Like, shoot, I've been speaking to him for 3 days last week. So anybody out there that's just tuned in, this is the Green Radio Talk Show. Like we said, we are not campers. We're just going off of things that we went through in our marriage, in our lives of being in a relationship. We have the peoples in the building, you guys, so they give their perspective on their marriage and things that you guys have been through in your marriage and what's kept you guys together as well as what kept us together. Hopefully y'all have the same amount of years on y'all.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We
plan on this is it.
Yeah.
Right.
So my parents was married almost 50 years before she passed away. Actually, a week later, was their 54th anniversary.
Oh wow.
And then my grandparents was married 49 years. She passed away 1 year shy of their 50th anniversary.
Yeah, that's
So
like
that's longevity is in our family. His grandparents was married. And I'm gonna let Terry tell y'all this story when he first met me, and I was 14 years old.
I
He was
was
dating.
grandparents
They was
married
50.
50,
He was 54,
53.
53 or 54
My
years.
grandpa passed
But when I first met him, he had took me to their 50th anniversary. So tell me a little bit about that. We was only dating.
It was
like,
their 50th anniversary one day. Okay, so the 50th anniversary. And my mother said, "Can I take my little girlfriend to the?" You know, they have a big party.
I was
Church
14.
down at the church. And we was going together for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. So we get down there, you know, bring her with me. My mom brings her with us. And we down there and everything. And then everybody goes in front of them to congratulate
Shake
them,
their
shake their
hand.
hand, give kisses and everything. Like that's what I got to my grandmother. And I was like, Grandma, I said, it's my girlfriend, Niecy. And I hope me and her stay together as long as you two did. And she said, "Oh, ain't that cute?" She said, "Frank, of course, Frank ain't paying attention. Randy, he was doing something else. He told somebody else, listen, Frank. Ain't they cute? They just said they want to stay together. Oh, that's so cute." And, you know, of course, he's just thinking that could be kids. But here we are. I mean, we still trying to get there.
Right.
Right on your way.
Right.
And see, I was kind of raised like that. I was raised by my grandparents. So they were together for 50 years. So, so I'm seeing them, you know, go through their hard time as much as I could. So, you know, you got to a certain age, there's something different room. So me, I'm like, that's how marriage is. You upset, you sleep in a different room. This one right here, she tried to leave me like 4, 6 times.
Well, the number keeps increasing.
So,
it was not 4 or 6 times.
Or 46 times.
Jeez.
because like, to me, like, it's longevity. You know what I'm saying? Like, you mad, you go in another room, you calm down, something like that.
This one leaves. She ain't leave me, but she just won't.
I'll be gone.
Oh, yeah, she trying to pack her stuff and go. I'm like, where you going? Where are we going? Like, you know, where we leaving? Where you going? You know what I'm saying? Now, I mind you, I tried to leave one time. She lost her damn mind.
Yes, I did.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm done. And she went crazy. So I'm like, so at this point, I know we belong together.
How many times did I do that?
Never.
Yeah.
One time. Oh yeah, one time you did go over your mother's house, and I came with a
Twice.
bat.
That's why.
Oh yeah. I came with a baseball bat.
I went over my mother's house. She's calling. I'm not answering the phone. Back then you had the house phone. You didn't have no cell phone.
Right.
And I said, I don't want to talk to her. So she come down there. All right.
I had a baseball bat in his car.
Oh, I said, you need to leave. She pulled out that bat and said, you gonna talk to me? I said, no, what you think you're gonna do with that? She went, whap, on my windshield. Hold on. Ran down there. Don't hit that no more, please. I'll come talk to you.
Kathleen said, "Hello, everybody. I'm enjoying the conversation, Lady K." Rena said,
Hey,
"Sup,
K.
crew?"
Hey, what's up, Lena?
Hey, y'all.
Yes. So yeah, I came with that bat and I smacked that when he flew down there.
You got his attention in.
Yeah, I did.
See, you guys had relationships to look forward to. I didn't have that. My mom and dad. I was with my dad for 15 years. They never married. And I had my auntie and uncle. They were married for, I don't know, forever.
Right.
But I wasn't in the household with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like my grandmother and my grandfather, they were separated for however long that I can remember. Never divorced. They were married, but they were separate. So
Right.
I didn't have that example of a marriage.
Right.
Well,
Right.
His
that
parents
being said,
divorced.
my parents got divorced when I was 12. Actually 11 and left at 12.
Yeah.
Took my mom a while to get
So she was a single
So-
mom raising them.
So yes, she was a single mom raising us. So I did, but I'm gonna tell you, there's always something good to come out of something bad. You know, I seen what happened with my parents and everything, and I seen how my mother was hurt and different things of that nature at that time. So I was like, if I get the woman I want, I ain't gonna never treat my wife like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then that's where I got motivation to be like
Yeah,
that.
he felt like the hurt that he seen her go through. He didn't want to put that on.
Yeah, I mean that makes total sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes total sense. If you love someone, you don't want to.
Yeah,
Right.
and, you know, some you gotta think some people or some children take it different. Like they think that it's okay to treat a woman
Yeah.
that way. You know, but he felt seen the hurt in her, and he didn't want to see that hurt on another woman. So
especially if they get the woman that I want.
Right.
Because I asked for her when I was 12 or 13.
Wow.
And look, we didn't get to tell y'all. So when I first met him, we didn't even know this. I was 8 years old, and I had a friend that was like Monica and Faye Jackson. I think he was going with the older cousin. He might have been like 11 or 12. And I was in the backyard, so I was a little gross. I had long curly hair down my back and all that. And he was like, "She's so cute. She gonna be a little heartbroken when she get older." And I'm blushing. You know, and I was
she's 8 years old. I'm messing with her because she's a little kid, but she was good.
So
and I was just
I'm like blushing and everything, and his girlfriend says, "Oh,
that little girl alone." I said, "You're gonna be somebody's heartbreaker one day. Somebody's heart one day."
Then I seen him again.
And then we didn't. I mean, that's the only time I seen her. One day.
Yeah. Then we seen each other when I was 14.
Right.
I had a little boyfriend, and he was like, "If that was my girl, I'd be warming her up. We was outside, it was cold." He said, "If that was my girl, I'd be warming her up." I started blushing again. I was 14.
I was in my little Mac mode. I said a little bit more than that, but I little Mac mode stuff. But then when we got together, we started talking about Monica and Faye. And she said, "I know them." And
I was in the back
talking about them. And I told her about this day. She said, "That was me."
Wow.
She said, "I remember you and your brother now." I was like, wow.
So that was my soulmate.
Yeah, absolutely. Y'all cross paths. That was wow.
Crazy.
We crossed paths with this talking.
What? Actually, I had a reading. I don't know if you guys are into that, but I had a reading by this lady, a spiritual lady, in Detroit. And this was when my son is 27 now. He was maybe 8.
Okay.
And I had this reading. I was in Detroit. I was going through a really bad relationship. And she told me then, she said, "Oh, you're going to move away. Oh, and you're going to get married again." And she was like, "You're going to have more children." I was like, "Girl, I know you lying." Like, no, I'm not. But she's seen him.
Wow.
Then. And we moved, my son and I moved to Atlanta when he was 10. So he was around 7 or 8 at that time. She seen him. She called him out. She said how many kids he had. But at the time, she said it was 3 because he had custody of his 3 boys. So I guess that's what she was seeing. And so she told me that I was going to have another child, and I was going to get remarried, and I was going to be in the film industry. And she's seen all of that.
Wow.
And at that time, that was so far out of my view. Like, I was just like, okay, this lady is crazy.
And you was in a bad relationship.
I was in a really bad relationship, so I was like, this lady is crazy. I don't know what she's talking about. I'm not having no more children. And lo and behold, here I am. All these years
17 years later.
Wow.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Now you got 2 grandkids. We have 7. Our oldest grandbaby is 21.
Oh, wow.
My son was 14 when he had her.
Wow.
So she's 21, and the youngest, he's 3.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So they're 21, 18, 13, 12, 8, 7, and 3.
Oh, wow.
We got 20.
Yeah, well, ours is just getting started.
Yeah, they 4.
They 4, so.
Yeah. So yeah. So what's y'all take on marriages? You know, if it gives anybody some advice if they want to get married, what it takes to stay married.
Well, like I said before we got started, it's friendship. I mean,
friendship.
You got to have that friendship, you know, because being that friend is a key thing. Because like, there's a guy friend or a female friend, you guys can go for years without talking to each other, but you guys are true friends. And you got to together. You guys are always it'll be like I never missed a beat. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what, everything happens, as long as your friendship is tight, everything else is gonna fall into place. That's how I look at it.
I definitely agree with that, and we really are friends. We're really silly together.
Yeah,
really together. And then like I can't imagine not being with them. You know what I'm saying? Like the friendship is so much there. Like. It doesn't matter to me about having friends because I have a friend in him.
Right.
So when you have girlfriends and it don't work out or whatever, it doesn't bother me like it would bother anybody else because I know I have him.
Right.
You got the same here. You know. She's my best friend. If something bothers me, you know. And some people being closed in, I get a little closed in too. But I don't have an attitude with her, or at least I don't think I do. But anyway.
He does.
I don't think I do. But anyway,
He does.
I keep stuff in too. But yeah, she's definitely my best friend. You know, we talk about everything. You think
Like I said in the beginning, we talk about stuff people don't even know we talk about. Like, of course, we really get deep with our conversation.
Yeah, we do too.
We're real honest.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then too, for me, is even when we are mad, we still have that respect for each other to not hurt each other with our words.
Yeah.
I don't care how angry we get at each other. I respect him enough to not disrespect him. You understand what I'm saying? So that to me is so important because words you can't take back.
Right.
You know, once they're out there, they're out there.
Right.
So we try to keep that in the forefront. I've never called him out of his name in an argument.
I have.
Never. I've never. He's never done that to me either. But it's just, and he knows that that's like a trigger for me.
Right.
So he try to pay attention to make sure
this one's got a machine gun.
Yeah, but it's a trigger.
Hey, she just goes.
Yeah.
I just built up real hard skin, tough skin with it because I know she ain't getting it.
Yeah, some people can take it.
I say, he
I
can
can't
take it, but I just so
It
made
made me upset,
them words, him being quiet hurts me more than, so them words makes me want to just lash back because when he gets quiet or something like that, it hurts my feelings because I don't want him to be quiet. I want him to so I'll say things to trigger him into
Here I am trying to be quiet, not to say nothing.
right.
And one thing he's never called me is a bitch. One time he said I was acting like a bitch, and I got mad. I tried to beat him up for that, but he doesn't. That's one thing I respect about him. I respect that about him. He don't, because but he's acting like a bitch.
Take that back. Because if he call you that, the next time you get to a little argument, you're gonna remember that word.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. And that
you don't want that.
So he definitely don't say that because that's a trigger for me.
Yeah.
I'm nobody's bitch.
Right.
I'm not no female dog. I'm none of that. I'm the mother of his kids. I'm his wife. I'm his loyal wife. So you're not gonna call me that.
Never disrespect me.
Exactly.
But like you said though, being quiet hurts way
Exactly.
more.
It does. I don't like it. I don't like it.
It does. And not answering your phone, I will bust you in your head with my phone.
Well,
hang up on me.
I've never done it.
I hang up on him all the time. And he'll call me 10 times in a row, and it makes me mad. I know he's doing it on purpose. I mean, like,
it'll make me box.
Yeah.
So those, I mean, to me, that's important.
Well, I was gonna say what's kind of funny to me though is all the phone calls must go ring, 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 ring. As soon as I stop, here comes a daggone paragraph. Boom! And then I don't even read it.
You know what?
I won't even read it either. I'll be like,
you don't read. See, here's the thing too, because I remember people saying, "Don't never text, don't email, don't you always communicate." Sometimes that is your communication. Sometimes that's the best way you can get out what you need.
Right.
And that's what you do. We've written. I still have emails that we've written years ago to each other, going back and forth about something because at that time we just couldn't put it into words.
Right. But it's better to say it than they can read it.
Yeah.
And then they can go back and read it. And sometimes they said, I understand now. Like you go back and kind of read it and be like, I kind of get what you're saying.
Yeah. Once you calm down, you go back and read it.
Right.
And be like, okay,
I
see why she did that.
Right.
And that's okay. I just want people to know that form of communication is okay. Don't let anybody tell you that it's not. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes that's the only way you can communicate. And if that's it,
and like you said, it may be a better way of expressing it through text than because when you're trying to say something, it's in your mind to say it, and then you throw it together, you can't get it all out or remember what all you want to say.
Or if you're so upset, you start hollering on the phone. So if you want to holler, just do all caps.
Right. There's many ways to get that across. And loyalty, to me, also is a big thing.
The thing is, too, want these people to understand, too, we're not saying that it's good to argue. You're going to argue.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not good. But if somebody is upset, that means they care. Because I was telling her one time, we was arguing, I think every reason I said, if I didn't care, I wouldn't get upset. I mean, you gotta be worried when I be quiet and don't get upset. That's when you be worried. If I don't care, then that's when you worry.
That's true.
That means you worry.
That's true. When you don't care, you gotta be careful with that because they might care about somebody else.
You always gotta be that.
That's true too, but also at the same time, for me, I can't speak for other guys.
new women, honey. Because new women are looking for you to do stuff.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Because I cook meals and everything.
Right,
like
so yeah, Renee, she does that. So I'm like, I mean, it's not that I want her to cook for me, but I'm saying she puts so much high standard. It's like, I'm never gonna.
That's what I was going to say. Same thing. The standard's so high.
Yeah,
The set the bar.
yeah.
You know, and they don't understand. You know, they think it's this, that, their body, whatever. All of that ain't nothing. It's the person and the person they are.
Right.
You know, so
That's right.
So the bar is set there.
Right. I know when she picks my plate and things get us like that. That plate is fixed with love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
It is fixed with
right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get a lot of
Right. You know what I'm saying?
I do this.
Yeah.
Now,
I cook for
back in the
twice.
days, sometimes like we got friends like that. So my guy friends who are married, like we'll cheat each other about our wives. Like, hey, man, I got your wife fix me a plate. You know what I'm saying? We do that for fun. That's about as far as it goes with us. You know?
Right. If myself and my girls are in the kitchen and we're like, okay, we'll go ahead and get this plate done, get that plate, and we fix each other's husband's plate. We know it's out of a place of love and respect. There's no
Oh yeah.
or anything like that. You know. So and then they joke about it, but it's still out of love. Like even if one of my friends' husbands or whoever come to visit us, and if I'm cooking, I'll fix his plate.
Right.
You know what I mean? If I know that that's what he's accustomed to, I will fix his plate.
Right.
And he wouldn't get upset about it. It's just like, okay, you know
Well,
what I
my
mean?
plate first.
As long as he gets it right, get his plate first.
Exactly.
So
So what I had to do was start alienating ourselves from people that was not good for the couple. That we made that statement years ago.
Yeah.
And
They're not good for
right
us.
around when we first started doing the ring, I brought that up and I said don't be involved with somebody that's not good for the couple.
Yeah.
If they're not good for her, then you're not good for me.
right.
If you're not good for me, you're not good for her.
That's
If
right.
there's a guy that is not
I
being
don't like
respectful
him.
of this, what it don't, I'm gonna cut him off too. We cut him off together.
Right.
That's
Right. You're not gonna.
Together.
So what we do is you're not gonna be friends with him and not with me.
Right.
You know that's not gonna happen.
That ain't gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen. So if you don't like me, you don't like him.
Right. Because he already know. I shut it down real quick.
Right.
Like, hold on.
Male or female.
We've
Yeah.
had we've done
Friends
cut a lot of people off. Hey, one time, I ain't gonna say specifics, it wasn't nothing real bad except for just their attitude, the way it was, and just some kind of way they was acting. They said some things pertaining to us, to other people that wasn't, just one of those trying to front. So we was like, oh, okay, well, goodbye. We never say goodbye to nobody. See you later. We'll holler at you.
Right.
We shook their hands and said, left our house. Goodbye. She gave her friend a little fake hug. Goodbye. That meant we're gone. And we haven't seen them since
I've been married 7, 8 years.
Wow.
since that day.
Wow.
We gone.
Since y'all found
We meant
out.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Gone.
Yeah.
Any type of way towards us,
Yeah.
and that's a marriage too. Like I said, what makes a marriage? What keeps what it takes to keep a marriage together. It takes me and him being as one.
That's right.
Exactly.
Me and him being as one.
Same
We do this
page.
together. There's no arguing over no outsider or none of that.
Oh, no. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Once they gone, they gone.
Right.
That was it.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So you guys, this is the Ring Radio Talk Show. We are with the people in the building. So you guys make sure you are honored at my Divas recognition ceremony, July the 1st. You guys
Yes.
make sure you get your tickets. And you get to choose between a 6-ounce ribeye or fried catfish. So make sure you get your tickets. You guys, it's gonna be really nice, upscale, elegant. I do it big. My husband tell you, I do it really nice.
Love it.
Yeah, so we're gonna have performers. We're gonna have Tommy Bell performing. Terry Rimpson is gonna be performing. Charlie Starr is gonna be performing. Miss Kennedy is gonna be performing, and then Miss Diva is gonna be doing comedy for us, you guys. So it's gonna be really nice. The ladies gonna have a VIP section.
Okay.
It's gonna be a chocolate fountain with strawberries. It's gonna be wine fountain. So you get to go in there. The honored women get to go in there and get what y'all want. So it's
that's so
yeah,
sweet. I love it.
Yeah, so and I'm letting everybody know that we have women of all walks of life. So we have Miss Peoples, Miss Renee is in film producing. She also trains in acting, you guys. She does a lot. She's been doing a lot, you guys. So I am honored to honor her for her recognition. So we have performers, we have all type of people.
Comedians,
Comedians, singers. So I'm
Grammy nominated.
Yeah, Grammy nominated, award winning. So I chose 22 women in Vegas that I'm going to be honoring that night. So it's going to be really nice.
Wow.
We're going to have a red carpet. So when everybody walks up, it's going to be the radio station's going to be live.
Okay.
So you'll walk up and then she'll ask you a couple of questions and you'll come in inside. Where all our husbands and I mean, we're going to be in a certain area.
Okay.
Then everybody just come and they'll be, so it's really nice.
That's so
Really
nice.
nice.
Thank you.
So that's July the 1st, you guys. Make sure you get your tickets. This is gonna be a really wonderful night. If it goes, you got your ticket. If it goes well, I may do this yearly, but we'll see how.
But don't say if it goes well. She will be doing this year.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about honoring you ladies. So,
Thank you.
and then I need a bio, so I'll call you up. Oh, you did. I did because I just printed it down. I'll tweak it the way I want it. Yeah, I'll tweak it the way I want it. But definitely, you'll come up and say a few things, and then we'll be taking pictures. And then I'm honoring the ladies. A week later, you'll get a magazine. It's just a special edition, but it's going to be a special edition of you on one of the pages, and it's going to show everything that went on at the show.
That's
So that's just something personal for you to have.
Wow. Thank you.
Yes,
I love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. I think y'all wonderful people.
Thank you. I think you guys are one of the first time we met up at WSO that night.
Yeah.
So you guys get was real cool vibes.
We appreciate it. We try to just be us.
Yeah.
Michael Houston said hello. Hello, Michael. How are you?
You guys that night too. Also.
Yeah, we did. I'm glad we was able to reach out again. So now we can maybe start doing some things. I'll come to some more.
Yeah, and thank you too, because I don't know if you guys know about this. She came to our movie premiere and also our after party, and she was there on our behalf. But we got there, and she'll let people know, hey, we wasn't funding everybody.
Right.
So I'm glad she was there to catch that.
Baby, the ticket was on them. I was like,
So
I don't know about that one.
But see, that's so important where people can speak up for you in a room that you're not in.
Right.
That means a lot to us. You know what I'm saying?
People was like, I think they buying our food, and I think
I said,
We got that bill, like, what?
I said, come here, baby. That's not true. I said, now unless you hear it from the people's mouth.
Right.
You don't do that.
Right.
You don't do that. And so, but I had to catch that real quick.
Where are they trying to get?
We done been done like that, so that's why I have to watch.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Y'all would have been like, well, no.
Right.
They be like, pizza? Wait a minute, where you
All
going?
They was doing order chicken and everything.
You say,
Put that on our bill.
I was listening. I said, oh, no, wait, excuse me, come here, sweetheart. I said,
No, that's right.
not unless you heard them say that, you don't do that. You don't just start no bill or take up off
Yeah,
somebody.
I mean,
It's not even here.
Right.
You need to talk to them first. Michael said, food. Oops, we talking. Right, food. Yeah, so anybody that tuned in,
The movie was great that we seen.
oh yeah, it was
And we had a
really.
great time.
Actually, I was very impressed. Very impressed. We've been to different things that people invite us to, and you'd be like, So, but it was, and then I've been watching a lot of other things too. So,
Thank you.
yeah, really, really good. What you do, definitely. So this is the People's, and they own the People's Network. They are the CEOs of the People's Network. This is B-Ring Radio Talk Show. This is a couple's relationship. We talk about everything. We are not counselors. We just talk about things that we've been through in a marriage and in a relationship. You guys been married. They've been married 15 years. You guys together 17 years. So they've seen a lot, just like me and Terry have seen a lot. So we invite
Well, it'll
you
be
guys.
15 next month.
Yeah, 15 month in July.
July 26th.
It's my brother's birthday. It's Isaac's birthday. Is any closing remarks you want to say? Y'all want to say to anybody?
Closing remarks. It's over already.
We actually still got 15 minutes. We still got 15 minutes. So
closing remarks.
No, I just like we were talking about with the whole relationship thing. I just want people to take away because you hear such a negative, talk about marriage.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, I don't want to be married. I don't want them problems. The divorce rate is too high, and this and this and that.
And then they're cheating anyway. And then
right.
Yeah.
So I just want people to know that if you look at examples of marriages that you want to strive for, then strive for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of examples out there that you can look at. Just like me, I didn't grow up, having an example as far as my mom and my dad. So, just to be able to look up to someone else's marriage, and it's not going to be, cake and ice cream.
No, it's not.
Listen, it's a chore, it's a job, but it's rewarding.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because I could not imagine going through half the stuff I went through without him. The stuff that we've gone through together.
Yeah.
And we were able to actually, and that's our strength too. Like when we're going through something, we strap up like soldiers together.
We do too.
And we don't let that come in between us. There's never like an argument. And when we're going through something, it's like, okay, how do we fix this?
Right.
How do we tackle this?
Yeah.
Right. So it's, we faced homelessness. We faced so many things together. And finances is one of the number one things that marriages break up over.
Yes.
And that's one thing, thank God, that has not come in between us. So, and we faced some hard times.
And those hard times make you stronger. It can make you stronger when you're forward, but it'll make you stronger in bond, especially when you really need each other.
Yeah.
I always
bring you together more.
I always say this about this too. Not everybody's meant to be married or together. I keep telling people when they say I want a boyfriend, a girlfriend, or whatever, and this and that and other. You got to understand, if you're gonna be a selfish person, you don't need to be with nobody. And then just be real with yourself. If that's what you want to have a relationship. I'm gonna tell you, you have to give a lot of yourself to that person. You can't just be all about you. But that being said, you got to find that right person. So just take your time. Don't rush and try to look for anything. It'll come to you. God will bless you.
Right.
Don't base it on the physical.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. I mean, obviously, you're going to be attracted to the person you're with, but if that's all that you have to offer,
right.
then you just might hang it up.
Exactly.
It's definitely right about that.
So it definitely comes within.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
It definitely comes within.
But you
Michael said his birthday is the 28th of June. He's supposed to come down here.
Happy early birthday.
Yeah, happy early birthday.
Happy birthday, Mike.
So I owned a restaurant back home in Louisville, Kentucky, Cha-Cha Soul Kitchen. We had celebrities, everybody come. He would come every day to get my tacos.
Wow. That's
Get my tacos.
Yep, come get tacos.
And he's been following me ever since. And that was about 7-8 years ago.
Wow. That's
So how long y'all been in Vegas?
We've been here 3.5 years now.
Okay, so
yeah, we got here. It'll be 3 years. This
right now.
I think
Yeah.
ours was September. So
September.
It was around Turkey's birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
End of September, I think it was when we came out.
Yes, crazy. Yeah, 3 years. Yesterday, we missed it. We didn't even say anything about it. It just came up too fast.
So my grandmother's birthday was yesterday, the 11th.
Oh.
Yep, she's been down. My mom was up there with her and both her daughters. But we lost them all in 3 months. My grandfather, that's my mother's father. My mother's baby sister, we lost her in December. We lost granddaddy Chuck. I'm naming after him, Charles. We lost him in January, and then we lost my mother in March.
Wow, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that was, and I'm the only three that I dealt with in my entire family. I don't deal with my father's side. It was the only three that I had. It's kind of crazy that I dealt with outside my cousins.
Wow.
Like that was a generation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was
2 generations gone just like that.
Yeah.
Because we have 5 generations. You know, I'm the one that steps up.
Wow. So now you're
I start that
put
generation.
into that. Wow.
It's me and my daughter.
Are you gonna open up another soul food restaurant here in Vegas? I mean, you can use one here.
It was when I say I throw down collard greens, all that.
Well, at the time, our parents was helping cook too, so
Yes, my father would make
spend
smothered
on
pork
what
chops,
he
gravy.
made. Our mom would spend on what she made. She would spend on what she made.
And we had them coming in.
My daughter's boyfriend Cortez would spend on what he made. I mean, it was really, people really liked it.
Yeah, we had them coming out.
It's
The celebrities, they would come and get to-go boxes. I did. I think I started the crab legs down there.
Wow.
Yeah, because I would have crab legs and Alfredo, chicken shrimp Alfredo, all that stuff.
Yes, honey. We need some good restaurants here. Some
Yeah,
good food.
yeah, y'all
Good
really
food.
do.
I mean,
Good
it's we
home,
have a
home
bunch
food.
of different restaurants
That's
here.
why I'm looking at I cooks. I
Yeah.
cooks my butter. I can make. They call me the MacGyver of cooking. It'd be 2 things in the cabinet. Now hook it up. It'd be like.
Yes, I know that's right.
My daddy cooked. My daddy taught me how to cook. That man cooked. He cooked better than my mom.
I just gotta slow her down because she cooked like all the kids to live at home with us.
Oh yeah. So I had to break that down.
Yeah.
So I had to break it down. So what I do is I buy small packages there. So when I cook it, it's just for him. Cause I don't really eat meat, you know.
Yeah.
She
So.
cooked like all the kids and all the
Oh,
boys.
thank you, Michael.
Yeah.
He said, I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you.
So you be in October.
Yeah, I know he remember her.
Yeah, October. My mother's birthday is October 10th. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Michael. He would come get them tacos all the time. Yeah, but yeah, that restaurant, I thought about it. It's just a lot of work.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like my feet used to hurt so bad. And then what bothered me is I own a tax office, so I make $350 an hour or $350 every 30 minutes sitting on my butt.
Right.
Versus $350 in one day.
Right.
It depends on on a weekday or something.
Depending on how the day goes. My weekends was better.
Yeah, that's something you definitely have to love to put the time to put the time.
I love to cook, but not like that.
The only difference is that if you had a good location here in Vegas, see, that was small town Louisville. You know, Vegas, if you have a good location, you probably do good here.
Yeah, and they just teaching in a menu. That's the thing about it. When you have cooks, they gotta cook the way you want it cooked.
Right.
Yeah.
Then it's not soul food. It's just somebody just
Follow
Make
the
it
recipe
food.
card.
yeah. Laverne, love, hey girl, how you doing? Boom, I lose my voice. I'm sorry. I need some water. But you guys, today is the Ring Radio Talk Show. We are here with the Peoples, and that is their last name, you guys.
Yeah.
Bobby and Renee Peoples, and they own the Peoples Network. They own a movie. Tell them a little bit about you guys.
Oh, well, we own a film production company based here in Las Vegas. And we talked about it today. We've been talking about it for years, but we actually going to start going into distribution. So we will be picking up other filmmakers here in the city and outside to distribute their films as well on platforms such as Tubi, Foxhole, and other platforms that's coming out lately. So we probably be opening up an office here in the next couple of months. We're going to be doing distribution and stuff like that. One of our main goals is to actually open up a studio here in Las Vegas, where people can come in and have sets built, stuff like that.
That is a goal.
Yeah, that's one of our goals. So open up this distribution company. When we went to Detroit 2 weeks ago, we kind of had a meeting and it kind of worked in our favor. So
it did work in our favor.
Yeah, it worked in our favor, and but then see, the thing about me, I always ask for stuff that I want, and Renee says I got a good tongue because.
I tell them, like, you got to be careful with what you say because a lot of times what you talk and what you say comes to fruition. So let's just always speak life and speak love because it's very powerful. And he's always talked about going into distribution. We owned a Roku channel some years ago. I think we just we were ahead of our time. Back in 2014, he owned a Roku channel, but he always wanted to go into distribution. And now that part is coming to fruition.
Okay.
So y'all, y'all heard it here first on 99.9.
That's right.
So this exclusive.
We just talked about it today. Actually, it's like y'all still want to do it tonight. So I was like, yeah, but it's a lot of work. It's definitely a lot of work.
Yeah.
We also like to create too. So we create films. So we got like 21 films right now out on Tubi. We made over 100 films, shorts and stuff like that. So.
We have stuff on different platforms.
But since we've been in Vegas, we've made 13 films. We're going to be in 3 years.
Yeah.
Yes. So we made 13 films just being in Vegas.
There we go.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Level up.
Yeah.
There's a go. Level up. Level up.
Exactly right.
Cannot stand still. Yes.
No. Yeah. We said either we did or it was about to happen.
Yeah. People ask all the time, how you guys, you work together and you married and that's what we do, and it's never an issue.
So y'all, we been coming here to Vegas, and it kind of help y'all's business out a lot more. You probably open a whole big avenue.
It opened up so many doors.
Same for us.
Yeah, because we was in Atlanta for 15 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just being in Atlanta, you would think that, all the urban films that it'd have been a good starting point for us, but I guess wherever you go, there's always a ceiling that you can't get past.
Right. Man.
So gatekeepers. So and now those same gatekeepers, hey, when you come back to Atlanta, we coming like,
we ain't coming back.
We coming back. Unless y'all paying us to come back, then
we come back and do movies, but we coming right back here.
Right.
Exactly.
When we moved here, it was like, and it was right during COVID, so people thought it was crazy for moving. Like, you're in the middle of COVID. Why are you moving right now?
And we got here right before COVID.
Right before COVID. Oh,
he had just got here. He was making like $2,500 a week. You know, the job was good, and boom, and I still fought and kept my radio station.
We still kept this radio station
anyway. Yeah, I'm glad you did that. This is very nice. Yeah. This is definitely, because we got a podcast as well. We would tell everything. Yeah, we did it. And we had fun though. We did like 3 seasons. We did 3 seasons. We did like, I think 20 episodes. And we take off because we were going to films like that. But so we had interviewed a lot of different people. We had two podcasts. We had one we interviewed people, and then we had one just us going to a topic.
Right.
Yeah, going to topics like that. And it did very well. We had some sponsors come through, and so we never had to come out of pocket for any show stuff like that. We were with a station. We were with a station, and the thing about it, because the guy charged us for the spot. I don't know if I'm paying for the spot.
Yeah.
So I went out and found my own sponsors. When he found out about my own sponsors, he wanted me to pay for the airtime and then give him half of my sponsors. I'm like, why would I do that? So I'm like, well, shit, I can figure out this stuff myself and start doing it in my house. Because it didn't make financial sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying for the airtime. You say pay what for the week.
Your membership.
Yeah, I paid that. And so my sponsors pay for everything. So I didn't come out of pocket for nothing. I got to show up.
That's how all these shows that I have, they do. All they doing is just pay for their membership. They're able to utilize the radio station, all the platforms that we have. All the different Instagram, Twitter, everything that I have. But if they want to be on the radio now, that's more because people are hearing more right.
Yeah, and that's fine. If I'm paying you for that,
I ain't got nothing to do with your sponsor.
My sponsor ain't got nothing to do with you. So he got mad with us because I'm like, hold up, bro, I'm not
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So he got mad. The crazy part about it, because other people still knew us on the station, so they wanted to come and interview us, talk to us like that. So we went to his station, and when he realized that the guy was going to interview us, all of a sudden his system went down.
Shut the system.
He shut the system down because he didn't want us on his radio station. That's how petty he was.
How petty he was.
But that's the type of things that we were running into in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I love Atlanta. Atlanta will always be home. That's where we met, or we still have children there. Our grown adult children. But as far as our career and our business, we just couldn't stay here.
I think that's what it was with us.
The same thing.
Like I worked my butt off in all kinds of things. I did a lot of magazines. I had people on the front cover, back up. Like I blew a lot of people up in my city just off of what I was doing and bringing them to my platform. And nobody looks back at me. Don't thank me. They don't nothing. But it's okay because God always got me. But that's just not for. It's not the city for me to prosper or to level up or get to the next level.
Yeah,
because it's 3 years.
City anyway.
Look where I'm at.
Trying,
3 years.
Right. A lot of people try a lot of things there, but everybody has to leave to really do what they have to do. Of course, and Las Vegas is great. I mean, it's the best thing ever. If you got something like what y'all doing, what we're doing to help blow everything up.
I think you gotta be careful of the people here. But as far as you not reaching out and reaching for your goals and your dreams, you're able to do that. There's nobody trying to stop you or hold you back. But as far as the people, they do get jealous. They do envy. Just in our relationships. Just in our relationships, they could be jealous because he don't want them. And the main reason why a woman even wants your man is because he's yours.
Right.
So, but they're a little messy down here. But other than that, you just gotta be careful. Of your surroundings.
This ain't like anything else. Just keep focus on what you're doing. I also want to say this. We have a men's show on Saturdays. And I would like you to sit in with us on a men's show. Me and Carlos.
It's called the Grown Men Talk.
Carlos. We're calling him Big G. Big G, if you're watching, what's up, man? I'm trying to get somebody on here, bro. So we always trying to get some positive men on the show.
So actually, he's doing something for Father's Day. Okay. Saturday, I think it's Saturday. This Saturday, he's doing something.
Let me know.
It's this Saturday at 6.
Okay.
So and they have some really good conversations.
All right, sure. I mean, everybody's strippers.
So there we go. Another positive band on the men's talk.
Yeah,
Grown men
Grown men talk Saturdays at 6 every other Saturday, right?
Yeah, every other Saturday at 6 o'clock p.m. Grown men talk. And make sure y'all tune in every Friday to bring in the noise with Tony, the manager, and Aisha. The Ladies Down Talk will be back next Thursday. No, not that. I just had it, so it'll be the next Thursday after that. So, and it's a lot of other shows coming, you guys. So make sure y'all stay tuned in to 99.9 Urban Scene Radio Station, podcast, and magazine.
Yes.
Yes, we are with the peoples. This was a great show. Some good conversation.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. So we thank you guys as usual. This is your girl Cha Cha.
Big T.
Renee.
And Bobby.
We love you guys. Peace, and we are out of here.
Y'all take it easy now.
All right.
Oh, you ain't heard nothing yet.
Yeah, you're on the right station, yeah, you're on the right seat. It's that feel good music, yeah, you know what I mean. From the East, New York to the West Cali, Chi-Town, Kentucky, Midwest, you feel me like the dirty. I know you heard me. Urban Scene on the fly.